I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Tuesday, June the 7th, 2016. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu met today with Russian President Vladimir Putin at the Kremlin. The two leaders praised the strong ties between Israel and Russia, with Putin telling a press conference ahead of the sit-down, "We give great importance to our relationship with Israel." Putin and Netanyahu then sat down behind closed doors and later addressed the press once again, where, according to the Israeli Walla news site, the Russian leader expressed support for a, quote, comprehensive and just solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, and also said that Russia would be partners with Israel in its struggle against terrorism. The membership of the American Anthropological Association, or AAA, voted against a resolution to boycott Israeli academic institutions. Electronic voting took place over the last 6 weeks, with the results announced this week. In a very close vote, 51% of AAA's eligible members rejected the measure. Back in August of 2014, some 1,100 anthropologists signed a petition to boycott Israel, citing, quote, violations of Palestinian academic freedom and human rights. While the present resolution was voted down, the AAA did send a letter to the governments of Israel and the United States protesting various issues relating to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Meanwhile, president of the Technion in Haifa and the head of the Association of University Heads, Professor Peretz Lavi, said the boycott was avoided thanks to a, quote, persistent effort and the cooperation of the Israeli Anthropological Association. Lavi said this is a substantial achievement to Israeli universities, which are determined more than ever to continue spreading the work of Israeli research throughout the world for the benefit of science, humanity, and society. The AAA effort to boycott Israeli academics was just the latest in the Boycott, Divestment, and Sanctions, or BDS, campaign that seeks to delegitimize the State of Israel. A hearing was held today by the Subcommittee on the Constitution of the Senate Judiciary Committee that received testimony on the bipartisan Holocaust Expropriated Art Recovery, or HERE Act. The act was introduced last April by Republican Senator John Cornyn of Texas and Democratic Senators Chuck Schumer of New York and Richard Blumenthal of Connecticut, as well as Republican Senator Ted Cruz of Texas. Those testifying today include World Jewish Congress President Ronald Lauder, head of restitution issues at Christie's auction house Monica Dugo, and award-winning British actress Dame Helen Mirren, who played Maria Altman in Woman in Gold, a film about Altman's efforts to recover Nazi-looted art. Leaders of the Conference of Presidents of major American Jewish organizations welcomed the hearing today. Chairman Stephen Greenberg and Executive Vice Chairman and CEO Malcolm Hoenlein said the much-needed legislation that they have supported since its introduction will remove procedural barriers to the recovery of artworks looted by the Nazis, and called the hearing another positive step forward in the passage of the act and the ongoing commitment to end the injustices of the Holocaust. The Anti-Defamation League announced yesterday that it is adding a new symbol to its online list of hate symbols. The triple parentheses, or echo symbol, is said to be the latest used by white supremacists and anti-Semites to single out Jews on Twitter and other social media. ADL CEO Jonathan Greenblatt said the echo symbol is the online equivalent of tagging a building with anti-Semitic graffiti or taunting someone verbally. He said the ADL took this manifestation of online hate very seriously and would be investigating the phenomenon thoroughly. U.S. President Barack Obama announced a number of key administrative posts last week. They include the appointment of Micah Fialka-Feldman to the President's Committee for People with Intellectual Disabilities. Fialka-Feldman is a teaching assistant at Syracuse University, who himself was diagnosed with a cognitive disability when he was a child. Also appointed was Nobel laureate, Holocaust survivor, and renowned author Elie Wiesel to membership of the United States Holocaust Memorial Council. And taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Tuesday, June the 7th. At 7 o'clock, a look at Islamophobia and anti-Semitism. At 8, a panel discussion of how hatred of the State of Israel often goes hand in hand with hatred of Jews, with Thane Rosenbaum, Minaz Afridi, Reverend Robert Moore, and Michael Curtis, moderated by Mark Golub from Kean University in New Jersey. And at 9 o'clock, Mark sits down with Israeli singer Ron Eliran on L'chaim. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 6:30, Ron Tarosian, who worked with Muhammad Ali as a publicist, pays tribute to the boxing legend who passed away on June the 3rd at the age of 74. And Judea Pearl describes how Ali tried to save the life of his kidnapped son, Daniel Pearl. That's on tonight's In the News with Mark Golub. And that's the JBS News Update for Tuesday, June the 7th, 2016. I'm Teisha Bader.